Dave, do you think Black Country New Road will ever perform the Super Bowl halftime show?
No way. No
Yeah,
way.
yeah, no way. But they did
They might
drop.
go to one.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
Get
they'll like
tickets or something.
perform. Yeah, exactly. Um, for the first time, their debut album dropped, and it was only 6 songs, Dave. So you'd expect a nice short listen, but that it is not. It's a full length album, 40 minutes, and it's quite the ride, I'd say. Before we get like too far into it, did you enjoy this album?
I did. I did enjoy this album. It's definitely a unique experience. Brought me back to some other rock bands, but if new rock music can make you feel something a little different, that's a good sign in 2021.
Yeah, and anyone that's watching on YouTube, if you see what this group looks like, it's they're pretty nerdy looking people from their pictures. But once you turn on the sound it goes pretty hard, and especially the vocal performance, I think will surprise you. It's like this like deep growl almost of a sound of a like sound
Yeah,
coming from
low
Isaac Wood.
register.
Yeah, and they really have this like cinematic quality to them. They are a big band. They're 7 pieces, and there's guitars, there's saxophone, there's heavy bass and drums throughout, but they also like work in these really beautiful like flourishes and string sections that really make it feel kind of reminds me of like James Bond type feeling at
Huh.
some point,
They
like
they are
just kind of like
English.
that vibe, right? And I think the band that first came to mind for me was Black Midi. Listening to them, who
Yeah.
we reviewed their debut album, very exciting band coming out of the UK, and just like a sound that you don't really hear. And these people, the New Country Black Road or Black Country New Road have the same sort of quality where you don't hear music like this made in the States right now, or at least not that's getting any sort of attention. And just as you kind of go through the list, every song sounds unique in its own sense, which I think I find really interesting, especially as you think about um, I think we really give a lot of credit to albums that feel cohesive. And even though this feels not incohesive, I wouldn't say any of the tracks felt like they were necessarily like attached to each other. Did you get that sense?
Yeah, well, I think part of the appeal is that they're doing a lot of different genres,
Hmm.
and it makes you feel different.
Right.
And that's why I immediately thought of Black Midi too. Not that they're super similar to Black Midi. I don't think Black Midi gets like as lighter on the instrumentation side as Black
Hmm.
Country New Road, but that same like feeling of like having a unique experience while listening definitely brought me back. I also thought of Damon Albarn specifically
Mm.
vocally at times. But that's the thing. At times, the album only 6 songs, but given how long these songs are, and like how they have like second and third acts sometimes and long tails, like you're definitely going up and down with it. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think both of those comparisons are ripe, and I also had like Car Seat Headrest come to mind. I've seen Radiohead in terms of like the genre bending kind of thrown out there. Um, I think the one place I felt like maybe I couldn't always get into it was the lyrics. It's a very specific type of lyrics where it's like constantly setting the scene and like making very like nuanced observations about this scene that they're setting up.
Hmm.
But there were also some that really stood out to me, like Sunglasses. I really liked how he kept coming back to like don't bring this into it, don't bring my dad's job into this, or leave Kanye West out of this. Like those
A
lines,
more
like
than adequate. Yeah, that was a
right,
good one.
yeah, I thought were really good and like stuck out. Um, I also really liked the song Science Fair a
Yeah.
lot.
References, references,
Yeah.
references.
I thought that was really great. And just kind of like that like feeling of dread all throughout science fair as he's like recounting this like awful experience he had of like trying to impress this girl and then like setting her on fire at the science fair. Pretty funny. Um, and then probably track X is the standout for me. Um, I don't know, just feels so like the sound just feels so distinct and exciting. It's nice to feel like there's something exciting coming out of rock music right now, and a lot of it feels very samey and bland.
Definitely, definitely. And I'm not plugged in enough to the scene to know, but like maybe there's something to London rock right now between Black Midi and Black Country New Road. Maybe there's a new subculture kicking up because American rock bands that are nascent, we're not saying this.
Yeah, no, definitely not. So we're gonna add probably one of their songs, which is really like two songs, onto our Nostalgia Best of 2021 playlist. So check that out on Spotify. Give it a follow. Share it with your friends.
Linked in the description.